welcome to Ready Player Dumb. We are playing King's Quest, and we are playing a game with two pretty girls. And it is the kind where you need to make decisions. Now, as we play along here, I'd like to know what you answer to these questions in the comments. We want to assess and see what our viewers are thinking.
Do you still need more time?
So,
then we went with such a simple game.
The question is, a magical genie offers you one of two very specific wishes. A, you can live one life that lasts 1,000 years, or B, you can live 10 lives that last 100 years. Which do you choose? Now I'm going to pause. Was it moving on without me?
No, I think it was just your pause.
Okay, good. What's your answer to this? 10 lives, 100 years, one life, 1,000 years.
I don't know.
You don't know.
The whole like 10 lives thing is like, I mean, if you already believe in like reincarnation, I feel like that one's like an easy, I don't know.
Well,
like you already like, I don't know. I'm just like, maybe things cycle back, you know. You're starting, it's weird how it's worded because like you're starting your life over 10 times and then I guess after the 10 you're just a ghost forever or an angel forever.
Basically it's, I think it's taking out that like the option that you have. Like so for me, I know that I would say one life for 1,000 years because I don't want to live 10 different lives at home.
Yeah, like I feel like the end result is almost basically the same for each.
I don't think it is though, because
you're
10 different people. You're living 10 lives. I don't think you're living your same life 10 times.
No, I don't think you're living the same life, but I wonder if it's implying that you would be the same person, just like reborn in a different family. I don't know.
But you'd have to redevelop each time.
Right. But at the same time, for the 1,000 years one, is that, you know, the exchange is instead of you living 100, 10 lives, you are then going through your 1,000-year life, interchanging the people that you know because they are dying.
So what you're saying is you get 10. Yeah, I mean, so would you go the 10 lives?
I don't know.
I definitely am going one life, 1,000 years.
Yeah, I probably would do the one life because that just seems like the easier.
And then we can stay together for 1,000 years and break the record for a marriage anniversary. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also think this is.
It just seems easier to have one life instead of 10 separate lives.
And don't get me wrong, for anyone that answers one way or the other, and this is why I'm curious how other people would answer this, but I would interpret if you're like, oh, give me another life after 100 years, either it's the curiosity of the different lives, or maybe it's just that you're not so thrilled with the current one that you have. Yeah. So you're like,
would you remember all your past lives if you did the 10 life?
Right, because if you don't, then what's the point?
Yeah. I would think, I don't know, maybe you do remember your last,
All right,
once you develop your brain cognitive, you're like, oh yeah.
I am going to say...
Come on with it. This is the easy part.
You are a royal guard on the lookout for an evil sorcerer that has been terrorizing villagers. When you finally apprehend this sorcerer, you discover he is Charles, your childhood best friend. Do you A, tell Charles to leave town and never return, or B, throw your friend in the castle dungeon?
On the lookout of an evil sorcerer that has been terrorizing villagers. Childhood best friend.
Do you still need more time?
Okay. Do you know what you would do here?
So the one thing that I always have like the issue with questions like this is like, did we know him in childhood and that's it? Or do we know him throughout childhood? Like we made friends with him in childhood and we've been best friends for life.
Right.
I don't feel like that's how it's worded. I would probably just banish.
Yeah. I feel like if you were really good friends, to me, if they're an evil sorcerer, that tells me you probably haven't stayed in touch for a while.
Yeah.
That would imply there's a surprise that they are the evil sorcerer or sorcerer.
Yeah, I guess so.
I would say also banish as like a, hey, I'm doing you a favor. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Don't come back.
Right.
Don't make me have to make a
Thing we went
decision.
with such a simple game.
Would you rather A, have a pet dragon, or B, be a dragon?
All right, Scalies, rise up.
With pet dragon. Is that weird?
Wait, what did she say?
She said, I want to be a dragon with a pet dragon.
That seems...
There's no strategy to this part, just be honest.
Sarah, would you rather have a pet dragon or be a dragon?
Pet dragon.
Yeah, pet dragon for me too. Wow, we're really differing on our answers here.
It's almost as if, like, oh, I wonder why we're husband and wife.
I'm on with it.
Would you rather A, have a tail that never stops loudly tapping against the ground, or B, have noodles for hands? Well, that wouldn't allow you to pick up anything.
I'd rather have a tail.
tails. So tail.
Yeah, this one, there's no way I would go the hands route. Now, don't get me
still
wrong,
need
the
more
tail would
time?
get very annoying, but
Thing we went with such a simple game.
Like, I want to pick up things.
yeah.
Would you rather A, constantly reek of syrup and not smell it, or B, constantly smell reeking syrup?
This game keeps putting a negative spin on syrup.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh god, that guy smells like syrup. And I'm like, is that bad?
But syrup smells good.
So,
I actually like the smell of syrup.
constantly smell reeking syrup. I would say A, because then it... I mean, unless it's
There's no
saying people would
strategy to this part, just be honest.
hate me because I smell like syrup.
I don't know. I'd rather
I'm
smell
on
the
with
syrup.
it. This is the easy part.
You would rather smell it constantly?
Yeah. I don't know.
To me, that would get old.
Do you still need more time?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Good thing
or
we went
people are
with
gonna
such
get
a
old of
simple
you,
game.
True.
and you're gonna be nose blind to it. So you're gonna be the annoying person that's like, what?
God,
What?
There's
What?
two types of people that this reminds me of. The kind that just have zero awareness to their own body odor, and the kinds that have zero awareness. And I went to school with someone like this who had the worst smelling breath. Like, it had to be like clinical.
Yeah.
Like, it was that bad. And he never seemed to acknowledge it or know that it was there. And it was just like, oh my God, I can't. I can't. So,
There's no strategy to this
I
part,
don't
just be
know.
honest.
I'm like you, where I'm like, the smell of syrup wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Plus, you'd become kind of numb to it.
I'm on with it. This is the easy part.
Yeah, I guess I just made a point against A.
Yeah.
The people that ignore that they smell.
Do you still
and
need
you're
more
like,
time?
Yeah.
Good thing
Exactly,
we
that
went
was
with
my
such
point.
a
I'm
simple
like,
game.
Yeah.
You would be the.
All right, I'll go B.
First, we mix up our hands. At the start of our turn, we choose which player we want to try to pair with. We'll then ask the question from the card at the top of our decks. If both asker and askee answer the same way, they both place the card on one of the 3 spaces between them. Once there are 3 cards between the 2 players, they both win the game. If there's not a match between players, the card must be discarded. If a player runs out of cards before matching 3, they lose. Graham, are you getting all this?
Yeah.
Oh, mirror, which one is it? Is it Vee? Is it Neese? Do they like me? Do I like them? What does my breath smell like? Oh, lavender. And, ooh, eggs. We're inside. Should I take my hat off? What if they don't like capes? That's silly. Everyone loves capes. What if they're allergic to Triumph? Please tell me this is my inside voice.
What are you thinking about?
Oh, nothing. Just in my relaxed box.
Ready to begin? Graham, you start.
A magical genie offers you one of two very specific wishes. A, you can live one life that lasts 1,000 years. Or B, you can live 10 lives that last 100 years. Which do you choose?
So what am I doing?
So you're going. I think what you're doing is seeing
Am I?
who matched your answer.
Oh shit. Oh no. Shit. Shoot. I think she matched my answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna keep choosing her though. Every frickin' time. She just seems like someone who'd be like, oh, it'd be so cool to live 10 different lives.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I think that of her.
Yeah.
She seems like the 1,000-year type.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I'm thinking about all my answers and going, how many of them are going to line with her?
Well, it told you to answer honestly.
I know, but...
It's a matchup game, Jeffrey.
I know, but that's the problem! Do I have enough answers that coordinate with her, you think?
100% B.
Damn it.
I don't agree. I wouldn't feel comfortable changing who I am in all those lives.
Graham. A rich merchant inadvertently drops one shiny gold coin on the ground. You see a poor, hungry orphan pick it up. Do you A, convince the orphan to be honest and return the coin, or B, turn your head the other way and let the orphan keep the coin?
A rich merchant drops a shiny gold coin. He's a rich merchant.
Yeah.
I'm
Turn your head.
I'm just turning my head.
B, the orphan needs that money more than the merchant does.
I chose A. I figured that honesty would be rewarded with more than just one shiny gold coin.
You don't know that.
No.
Graham,
She don't like you.
you have been hunting for your starving family all day and only managed to catch a small goose. On your way back home, a hungry beggar offers you magic beans in return for the goose. The beggar tells you that the beanstalk sprouted from his beans will lead you to a chest that produces unlimited food. He would go after it himself, but his legs are too tired and old. Do you A, kindly reject the offer and bring your starving family their dinner? Or B, let the beggar eat the goose and plant the beans in your yard?
So, I feel like she would choose to plant the beans.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
What would you choose to do?
I would,
Tell the beggar to F off?
yeah,
I think I would give it a shot, actually.
yeah.
And then allow my family to starve.
I mean, magic beans.
Yep, magic beans.
Magic beans.
We are...
You are a royal guard on the lookout for an evil sorcerer that has been terrorizing villagers. When you finally apprehend this sorcerer, you discover he is Charles, your childhood best friend. Do you A, tell Charles to leave town and never return?
I think Nessa
B,
answered this one the
throw
same
your
way we
friend in
did.
the castle dungeon?
This one?
Yeah.
Niece?
Niece.
Nessa?
Nessa, yeah, sorry.
No, I like that. That's cute. But I do too.
I pick A.
I agree. Charles should be banished for the crimes he committed. But I couldn't imprison a friend.
Niece? It says, you are
It
the
is
kingdom's wizard doctor.
Yeah, you said
In the
Nessa.
middle of the night,
Oh,
an
sorry.
honorable knight and despicable thief arrive at your door. The thief's
Backwards,
injuries are
please.
much more severe than the knight's. Do you A, heal the knight first, or B, heal the thief first?
I picked A. The honorable knight served our kingdom well, and he deserves to be healed.
I picked B. I would honor my medical oath to serve those in need first.
Vee. Oh, this is pretty on the nose. A man you've never met, but is known as a friendly king, sends for your hand in marriage. Do you A, accept his invitation, trusting his reputation, or B, seek love on your own?
Is there any other answer than B?
Of course. I chose the same.
Would you rather A, have a pet dragon, or B, be a dragon?
Oh, shit. She said both, though.
Yeah. Or maybe that was Gwendolyn.
Oh.
I don't know.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
That would explain why these girls were yelling out their answers.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my answer is going to match her.
Have a pet dragon? Yeah, I think
She wants to be a dragon. She wants to be a dragon.
Yeah.
But if I correctly answer this,
A card will be placed on the thing to... You would have a single match while you and Neese have...
yeah, we're still doing it. What's the next... I'm trying to remember what the next question was. There was the dragon question, and then what was the last question?
The tail thing.
And
Yeah,
I have
that's
no, I
also
don't, I
true.
can't, well, I can't
have
think
no
of how
idea.
she would have answered that.
I would try
just
and
gonna-
place your bet, yeah, on...
I pick B.
yeah. I know.
Actually, I'd rather have a pet dragon. Our moat monster is looking to retire.
Graham,
Yes.
you're poor, and a thief pickpockets your only coin, forcing you to go hungry for the night. A few days later, you see the same thief get robbed of his dinner by 2 bandits. You chase after the bandits and get back the stolen food. Do you A, return the food to the thief, or B, keep the food, teaching the thief a lesson?
Hey, Sarah here. Just wanted to add in a little bit of a note. This is a part of the recording where just things got really messed up technically. Yeah, it got a little bit worse than we were anticipating, so we're gonna have to edit in some footage here. But first I wanted to let you in on what this sounded and looked like on the technical error side, and why we couldn't use like the last 10 minutes of our footage for this episode.
So, I'll save you! Oh my god, can you imagine this is our fucking person?
The enchanted canvas painted a younger portrait of whoever stood in front of it.
So what's her? What the fuck happened? I guess she chose she wanted to be a dragon.
The witch grew bitter and mad. She began kidnapping princesses in order to increase her chances of being rescued.
She doesn't even know that I know. Ooh, what's this?
Yeah, so I think you can understand why we had to do away with our original footage of the last like 10 minutes of this episode. Fortunately, we didn't miss too much as far as like events go. A lot of it's just cutscenes, so we pulled some footage off of YouTube. Okay, well, first off, we did miss like the last 2 turns of the princess game that we were doing. So as far as with Vee and her question, we decided to keep the food because, you know, we didn't have much sympathy for the robber. And she agreed with us, so there was another card on her side for us.
Your best friend is planning to marry the love of their life. On the day of the wedding, you discover that their fiancé is a gremlin, using a magic spell to disguise themselves as a human. The gremlin assures you it loves your friend and begs you to keep their secret. Do you A, tell your friend anyway, or B, keep their secret?
Yeah, so the whole question was to see if you would either keep the secret or tell your friend that, you know, the person that they're getting married to is a goblin. We very much are advocates for telling the truth in any relationship, so yeah, we were like, no, definitely we should tell our friend because this was something that they should know. Unfortunately, Neese did disagree with us, but we still had enough cards to where Neese and Graham won the match, and you know, Vee was a little bit sore about it, but yeah, that was the end of the game. A lot of this was just cutscenes and just exploring the downstairs part of the Princess Tower.
When the sun went down, the air turned frigid. We decided it was too cold to play another game and headed to bed. The walls of the tower were pretty thin, and embarrassing as it is to admit, that night I overheard the princesses talking about me.
So what do you think of King Graham the Brave?
I'm not sure about him yet.
I'm not sure yet either.
This seemed like the perfect time to explore the tower. I was interested in getting to know my new home better. Once upon a time, a beautiful princess locked herself away in a tower and patiently waited for a charming prince to come rescue her.
Oh, I do miss her.
The months turned to years, and no prince ever came to whisk her off to a happy ending. Years of appearance-changing potions eventually took their toll and backfired, turning the princess into a soggy hag with a floppy tail.
But the potion could be reversed, right? She could lose the tail and her skin would change back to normal.
I'm afraid not, Gwendolyn. Agatha took it too far. There was no coming back. Agatha never left the tower, so she would send the princesses on her errands. They would fetch this ingredient or that trinket. She used a special enchantment to poof them out of the tower, and after some time, poof them back in.
Why didn't they ever tell anyone they were trapped up there?
If they did, the spell would instantly pull them back in.
Magic is so arbitrary.
Los Charcistra.
I would hold off on flashing that ring again.
Not gonna make that mistake twice.
Hey there. What's shaking?
I cracked my lute and I don't have the right tool to fix it.
Want me to try to fix it?
Do you have the tool I need?
Nope.
Then I'll take care of it.
How's it going?
My favorite puzzle box is broken. I'm not sure how to fix it yet.
Want me to try to fix it?
I'll get it.
I was stuck. I needed advice. Too bad I couldn't just dart over to the town square. Or could I?
All right, so that's the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching. We're sorry for this weird technical issue that happened. This is the only episode that this ever happened on. And we've managed to figure, like, I don't know. We know how to catch when the computer's doing this. And currently we are working on getting a new computer for Ready Player Dumb. Thank you to our patrons who help support us so we can, do things like that. And we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.